Yesterday we had seen the three equations of motion. Those are v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square is equal to u square plus 2as. This was done with the help of graph. That proof was is called as the graphical representation of motion. And dear students, let me once again remind you that this is for uniform acceleration. Here v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration, t is the time, and s is the displacement. These are the various terms which are used here. Okay, let us move further and prove the equations one by one. To prove the first equation, that is, we are having the first equation as v is equal to u plus at. V is equal to u plus at. Dear students, you are aware that we have the definition of acceleration as that acceleration is defined as the rate change in the velocity. You are knowing this, that acceleration is the change in velocity upon change in time. Now, if we talk about the instantaneous acceleration, that is acceleration of an object at a particular period of time, for that we have to take a limiting value. As I have told you these things earlier as well. See, we take the limiting value delta t tending to 0, and this will be delta v upon delta t. Now this delta t tending to 0 means that this delta t is such a small quantity that it is very at an infinitesimally very small interval of time. We have to find the acceleration. So see, this a can be written as, under such conditions when the delta t tends to 0, this relation reads as dv upon dt. That means it is the derivative of, since change in velocity is here, so we write the dv. D stands for differential. So this expression means that acceleration is defined as the rate change of velocity, or we also say that it is the change in velocity with respect to time. So it is a way to represent acceleration. Now, as you can see that this expression is a is equal to dv upon dt. We need to solve this equation. To solve this equation, we should multiply it, we should take the cross multiplication. That is, a dt will be equal to dv. Dear students, or conversely we can write it in a similar way at dv is equal to a dt. Now see, the both sides of this expression is having differential component. So to get the desired value, we need to integrate it. So how to do the integration? We have to put a integral sign. This is the integral sign. I have told you what is integration. Integration is this is the continuous summation. It's a kind of summation. Now there are two kinds of integration, indefinite and definite integration. But in physics, I would suggest you to take an oath that we should always do the definite integral. We should always perform a definite integral by applying the suitable limit. How to apply the limit, that I am going to show you here. Just see. Initially, when the time was 0, Suppose at that time, let the initial velocity is u. Now when the time t is finally t, so let the velocity is v. So left hand side will be integrated within the limit u and v, and right hand side will be integrated within the limit 0 and t. See here that this left hand side can be written as 1 dot dv, and right hand side a into a should be taken outside, 1 dot dt. Limit again you can put u and v, 0 and t. See here, since 1 dot is here, so we can write it as also. We can write this in this form also. V to the power 0 dv is equal to a t to the power 0 dt. And you know about the integration of such function, that it will be, the integral will be v dv integral is equal to how much? V 0 plus 1 upon 0 plus 1. This is the formula, and the limits are u and v. Similarly, you are having a t 0 plus 1 upon 0 plus 1, and the limits are, once again you can put 0 and t. See, we have 0 and t. Now we will solve it. We know that upper limit minus lower limit is taken. So first of all, what is the value in this bigger bracket? That we need to write down. It is v upon 1, and limit is u v, again equal to a t, and limit is t upon 1, and limit is 0 t. Now apply the limit. See, it is v minus u, and it is equal to a t minus 0. Again, lastly, you can find that v minus u is equal to at, or to conclude, v is equal to u plus at. Dear students, I have done each and every step which is required, but you can omit certain steps if you solve in the examination. You can simply write this equation first, then integrate it and write this value. You will not be cut, there will not be any reduction in the marks, right? Let us go towards the second equation of motion. To prove the second equation of motion, we again take the help of one quantity, v is equal to dx upon dt. And velocity is equal to, we know that it is rate change in velocity. The velocity is what? Rate change in displacement or distance. Clear? So we can also write that dx is equal to v dt, and we are knowing that, we just simply integrate this within the limit, and we will get the required result. Let us see how we can get. What we do is just simply integrate this function within the limit. Clear? And we will substitute here the value of v from the first equation. So it is dx is equal to u plus at and dt, and now we will integrate. See, initially time was 0, displacement is say x0. Finally time is t, so displacement is finally x. So now we will integrate this. In the left hand side you will always get x and the limit will be x naught x. In the right hand side, since there is addition function, means you all know that it is distributed, addition is distributed, so what you will get is 0 to t u tt, clear, plus 0 to t at dt. Simply integration. As I have told you the previous steps, it is equal to, in the left hand side, x minus x naught is equal to ut here and plus a into t square by 2, because you know that t power 1 यहाँ पे है, t1 plus 1 will be t square upon 1 plus 1 will be 2. So what you get lastly is x minus x naught is equal to ut plus half at square. So x is equal to x naught plus ut plus half at square. This is the second relation, or we also write it as s is equal to ut plus half at square. Now comes the third one. This third equation is very important because it requires various concepts which are used in your various numericals. See, for third equation we know that a is equal to dv upon dt. Now we will do certain trick here. This a can be written as dv upon dt into dx upon dx. I have just multiplied dx and divided dx. So this a will be dv by dx. I am just writing it in a different way, and dx upon dt. What I have done, I have placed this dx here and this dt here. Just a mere डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ टर्म, एक को हटा के दूसरे स्थान पे हमने रख दिया इसको. नाउ सी, यू नो दैट दिस dx by dt is what? Velocity. So this a will be v times dv by dx. Now we will integrate this and get the result. See how this can be done. It is now equal to a dx is equal to v dv. Integrating this function under the limit. Initially, when the velocity is initially u, let the displacement be x naught. Finally, when velocity is v, then the displacement is x. So what you get is, lastly, that it is equal to a x minus x naught, simple integration, as I have told you earlier, the steps, and this will be equal to v square upon 2, and the term and limit will be u and v. We will substitute the value of limits and get the required result. So what you get is this a x minus x naught, keep it like this, no issues, then v square upon 2 minus u square upon 2. So lastly, what you get is this result, that v square is equal to u square plus 2a x minus x0, which is in the form as v square is equal to u square plus 2a x or 2as. This is all from this equation of motion.